you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moonrise just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moonrise just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moonrise just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moonrise just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted.
What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moonrise just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Every thoughts of the saying, advancing the line.
let's get back to that. Now, peace and blessings and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, I know the mic probably sound crazy, and I got to double check this. I got to hear this. I got to get into this because I did something, and I don't want to dead the stream to fix it right. So let me hear myself. Let me get at this. Hold on 1 second. The fuck is going on here, bro? All right, cool. Sounds better. All right. Don't sound bad. Now, yeah, the audio was off a second because I was doing some stuff, but I got to fix something in the overlay as well because I was rushing to get on. So let me fix what I got to fix because rushing to get on is not fun, bro. Oh, hold on. Boop, boop, boop. I was rushing. I was rushing to get here to you guys to get on to get on topic. Here we go. Yeah. Forza Horizon 5 sales. Yeah. Now, the beanie or no beanie? I like beanie, right? I was a beanie dude growing up. I was a beanie dude. But growing up, our beanies were like, okay, so they were like that, right? And then they was flat in the middle, and they used to make us look like little sharks. They used to make us look like little sharks. It was a beanie joint. They should bring those back. They should really bring those back. I remember I got mine stolen. If anybody remember what hats I'm talking about, I'm going to go back and I'm going to find those hats. But I got mine stolen. I remember, too, I was on 3rd Avenue in the Bronx, and I had just came from the joke store because I would go to the joke store and buy stuff. And I go to the joke store, and I'm by myself, and I shouldn't have been down there by myself, and those hats was hot. And I'm in the Bronx. It is what it is. Snatched it right off my head, dipped down the block. I was a little kid. They snatched it. Boy, need a haircut too. Gotta get this trimmed out. This need to get trimmed out. Well, peace and blessings. And I want to say thank you for each and every last one of you that's here. Let the room pack in. Let the room pack in. Let the room pack in. Yeah, I know I was muted a minute ago. But Fight Night Fridays. So y'all saw yesterday. We played Ark. And that was my first real playthrough with a team. I really liked the game. I am not going to lie to you. I think Ark is a real good game. When you get one of those games that actually hits the tone, I'm talking about aesthetically too. Ark Raiders, it's hard to quantify it because it has all the stars got to align because it's one of those games that shouldn't be, but with the first moment you saw it, you knew it should, right? Because I remember when they showed it with giant mechs, and that was the allure to me. It was the allure to me to that game was the giant mechs that they had in place, and I was like, "Dad, it's gonna be dope with the mechs." And I didn't understand that we're gonna talk about the Division too. What's up, AKW? Silent. What's good? Lycos. Kane. Live. We here. Layden. One of those games. One of those special games that you say to yourself, because we're selfish individuals. We say to ourselves that we want that game made by our favorite developer. Let's say your favorite developer is EA, and you be like, man, damn, why didn't EA make something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, or why can't Konami or somebody make something like that? And you just never know where a hit is going to come from. But so I'm learning that I gotta, when I get a blueprint, I gotta consume it, I gotta read it. I'm learning everything about the game. And you see my problem now. My problem, when I come in from work today, I came in from work and again, I took my son with me today, right? And when I'm there, when he's with me, I'm able to be way more productive, right? So he's like, hey, having AI. I got my tea in here today. And I was like, yo, as soon as I get back home, I set up some stuff and I can take a nap. Got home early enough to take a nap. The wife was super happy. And in my head, all I wanted to do was play Arc Raiders. In my head, that's the only thing that was in my head and what I wanted to do. And anybody that has been hit with this game, stricken with this game, and I'm saying stricken in a way that now what it is to fall in love with something. He heard the audio because he knows it's there. It's available for him to play. He heard the audio of the game. Oh man, hold on. I took a crazy shower and feels like I didn't really put enough lotion on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. I like to be extra moisturized, boy. I like to be extra moisturized. I like to be extra. What up? What up, that ninja? Was good. YMW was good. So he hears the audio and he goes, "Oh man, that game sounds like you in an absolute war zone. I got to change this watch. This watch is doing too much." That's what happens when you rush to jump on. This watch is doing too much. I like this watch better. Yeah, this one. Yeah. And I'm like, you hear it, right? I said, Twank, what's good? Welcome to Soldier V Rank. I salute you, Soldier. And he's like, it sounds like you're in a war zone. I said, bro, if you listen to this game with the headsets on, you're gonna understand that this game, audio visual, plays a huge part in it. But the controls never kill you. Like that's what I'm talking about. It's like it's a culmination. If anybody's just tuned in, you're just trying to figure out what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Arc Raiders. It is a culmination of everything coming together and making a synergy. So we was talking about Anthem and how a lot of aspects of it reminds me of Anthem. Anthem had the potential to be Arc. It had the potential to be that game. And it was like little things that they overlooked. So excited for Thursdays. Yeah, we're going to talk about the direct. We're going to talk about that, Wasabi. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. I got a lot of stuff that's on the docket that we're going to talk about. But one of the main things that we're going to talk about Forza Horizon sales. And if y'all didn't know, we're going to talk about those sales compared to a lot of Sony first-party titles. We're going to talk about it. Twank, my dude, Jago was good. Everybody hit that like, share it out, and yo, every time hype up the videos, bro. I met some new people. Eternal, the real Eternal, yo King. I'm off to see 28 years later. Oh, wait. Not the new one. Hold on. Because I got the movie pass. And I'm going to make the wife watch this last one. Because if that's the case, I'm going to go see that today. Hold on. I got movie pass, bro. Knights of the Realm on my Xbox was good. Oh, yeah. The Bone Temple. Yeah. Alright. That sounds like a thing. Yeah, we played Cosmic Invasion. We had to get COG through Cosmic Invasion. It was me, Attic, and Legendary Intel. And it was Cray. It was me, Cray, Attic, and COG. And we got COG through because he didn't get a chance to get Silver Surfer. So we just took him through the game and got to the end of the game. I didn't beat Annihilus, and they helped me get through Annihilus. So I beat that. We're gonna talk about one of the games that I'm playing right now that is absolutely insane. And I went and upgraded the television inside the living room. Now, no, what happened was my grandson is, with his hold on, let me hear what's Attic talking about. What up, Attic?
What you do?
I'm live.
Oh, okay.
All right, peace. So, the my grandson's, his mom, she got a place and all that other stuff. So my grandson is over there. So we took the living room TV out and gave her the living room TV. So I went out the next day and brought another television for the living room. I needed that Samsung back. So I went and brought the Samsung, just bigger, and put it in the living room. One thing that I did, and I'm going to tell you, I was testing the streaming because I'm setting up the TV, and we are in an age now when it comes to technology that is the greatest age of all time. The television, I plug it in through LAN, but you could do it through Wi-Fi, and I set everything up through my phone, smart. The remotes nowadays is trash. You use your phone, right? So, but it comes with a remote. So I hook everything up. My Xbox, they log me into my Xbox. Everything is there in the game hub and Samsung. You know how it goes. So it shows my whole thing, my whole information from Xbox is there. Then it has the cloud. So I sync one of my controllers. I'll go grab a controller, sync a controller to it, and I might as well get into the game that I was playing. I was playing Star Wars Outlaws, and I was playing it, streaming it, bro. It remembered where I was. It, before when you log in and you go to your Xbox, it says no console required. It says, yeah, LG is king. I got LG downstairs. LG is downstairs, right here in that room, and inside my media hub room is another Samsung, but it's an LG in my bedroom. But bro, just a controller, just sitting there playing, all my information, everything. And I got to thinking after playing, because the game looks good, seamless playing this game, seamless. I'm playing. I said, how many casuals picks up a television? You playing Star Wars Outlaws too? Yeah. Yo, what up, Crispy Ball? I'm like, on everything I love. It's over. It's over. This is we're gonna also talk about that PlayStation Netflix deal, because y'all guys, not y'all guys, all right, news. Okay. Y'all, there's a lot of people think that I just, whatchamacallit, makes major concession in battle in response for pushback for the public industry in regards to Netflix agreement. Netflix, Warner Brothers, in the battle for Warner Brothers. No, I don't want to sign up for you. Response to the pushback from the public, the industry players regarding Netflix agreement with Warner Brothers Discovery, Ted Scenarios just said that the company will keep movies in theater for 45 days if the deal closes, maintained in the theater. Okay, cool. All right, cool. That was what the issue was. Okay, with that. All right, cool. Got that. So yeah, because that goes with that whole conversation with Netflix becoming the largest entertainment hub in the universe. All right, so you excited for Resident Evil 9? Yeah. Got a chance to look at that. I thought they was dropping a demo. Somebody had threw something at me and it was like, yo, don't be surprised if they drop that demo that you played. And I was like, okay, if they drop that demo, then everybody get a chance to see exactly what I was playing when I was at Summer Games Fest and how incredible the game is. He says, Addict said Star Wars was okay. He dropped it. What it do, King? Stanley, what's good? Excited. Be nice was good. Blessings. Shatterstar. Oh, what's good? Shatterstar 187. Yo, Shatterstar. How the hell? How old are you, Shatterstar? How old are you? You talk about, because I need to know, because you talk about Sanford and Son, and first I want to know how old are you? I want to know what region you're from, because you said something. You said Mad Dog 2020, and I want to know. Only a New York dude know that. All right, only a New York dude know that. Live was good. I say that is true because the majority of Xbox gamers left Xbox and migrated over to PC. The rational ones, that is, the others have been conditioned by Game Pass not to buy any games. Whatever the fuck you talking about. Shatterstar, again, not true. Also game. All right, so think about it this way, Shatterstar. That stuff that you're talking about is not true. Nobody migrated over to the goddamn PC. Nobody got up and said, oh, my Xbox is not working now, and I'm going to go and buy a $4,000 PC. I'm rocking $5,000 PCs. So ain't nobody doing that. Nobody getting up and going, I'm going to go buy a PC because Xbox is having bad news. Shut up. Your Xbox still works. Don't come over here trying to run that play. That play don't work over here. That's goofy talk. That's goofy talk. And yeah, we got Game Pass. Yeah, we got Game Pass Ultimate. We pay good money for the premium service. So yeah, day one's rock, yeah, baby. Yeah, I don't care about that corporation. I don't give a damn. Keep giving me what I want. So if you feel like you trying to shame us for saving money because you're stupid and spending all the money you can, we're going to talk about them Forza 5 sales. We're going to talk about Forza Horizon sales because based upon all the conversation that you be having, your ignorant behind actually really believes that we care about owning any goddamn thing when space becomes a premium. We don't give a damn. These are games. It's get in when you fit in, get out when you're winning. Yo stupid ass run down to the store with your last and go buy something that ain't gonna last because when you go give it back, they don't give you what you paid for. GameStop going out of business, so who you gonna sell your games to? I ain't gonna never sell my games to King because hard times never hit me. I'm a G. Shut up. You ain't a G, B. You are not a G. Hard times don't hit your ass. What? Get out of here. You're probably living in hard times right now. Not casting no aspersions, but I'm just saying. Gonna act like stores like that didn't exist for times like that. Bro, what happens is every time a new console come out, we sold the old console and the games to get the new console and the new games. That's just how it is. That's how GameStop and those companies stayed in business. But when Microsoft decided this digital shit, it messed everything up. And then once PlayStation adapted it, oh, buddy, Nintendo was the last bastion. Remember, that Switch, the reason why the Switch sells how the Switch sells, the first one, was because everything you owned, everything, man. Now the Switch 2 coming out with these game crap cards and half card this and game, messing the game up. GameStop is forced to close 6% of its stores. It's over. It's over. You see everybody making deals to move in different directions to make it happen. The only one that I thought about it, the only one that sits there and actually takes it, and actually, I don't know what Nintendo plan is. Nintendo is the wildest wild card in the business. You want to talk about going down with the ship? Nintendo is the definition of going down with the ship. That's why I got this hat on like that. It's a meme, David. Nintendo is the definition of going down with the ship. These dudes here, these dudes right here, yeah. They the definition of rocking all the way to the floor. Like, listen, in all honesty and all truthfulness, and y'all can clip this all you like, Xbox didn't beat PlayStation in any generation. What it did was have a large contingent of fan base that was pushing it to the finish line to get it to be relevant. We willed it as far as we willed it to be. We didn't know that in order for it to surpass anything, it had to transform into what it transformed into. Conventionally, in these day and times, console coming out, it ain't gonna survive. It's not gonna survive. If it comes out with old conventional thoughts and conventional ways, it ain't gonna survive. But hold on, let me see what Shatterstar says. Where you from, bro? I want to know where you from, Shatterstar. Let's call what it is. Where you at, Shatterstar? I asked you a question. I asked you, where you from? Answer the question, bro. Like what's up? You going into all this other conversation. I'm talking to you, Shatterstar. Right? It's Shatterstar, right? 187. You don't think I don't know Shatterstar is from the X-Men? You don't think that I don't know that he's part of Long Shot in the team? You don't think I know that? Now I want you to get down to the brass tacks, man. Stop playing around, bro. I want you to say where you from, Bree. I'm not coming to your house. I'm asking you a question based upon your little comments that you make. You want to be a star right now, so I'm making you a star. You want to be the highlight, so I'm putting you on a highlight reel. I'm putting you on the Summer Jam screen. Now say where the hell you from and how old your goofy ass is, because you old. You old. And you in here console warring with your old ass. Then you got the nerve to point out to other people, you old. Shut your old ass up. Shut up. Shut up. Mad at Xbox dudes getting things day one that you got to pay for. Speaking of what you got to pay for. Yo, you know what? I want to talk about something that hurts your heart, because I know this hurts your goddamn heart. I know this hurts your heart. I know that because the Xbox console is running Ripshot all over your ass. I know this hurts your heart. The Xbox ROG Ally runs an emulated BLOODBORN faster than the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 on back compat. Woo! Shit! That must hurt. Woo! Shit! That must hurt. My Xbox ROG Ally X is burning them streets up. Yeah, that $1,000 console that you said wouldn't sell because nobody want that. Surprise. It's selling. And guess what it's do? It's taking your boo around the block better than you do. Running her up and down the streets. You know what I'm saying? She like it over here, man. She like it over here, man. Now, don't be mad at me. Be mad at Richard Ledbetter. Oh, you love Richard Ledbetter, right? Richard Ledbetter dropped this on your head from Digital Foundry. He know. Remember, Digital Foundry, the people that you run to. Oh, man, King Webb with the $2 super chat. What's up, King? You see GeForce now got an app on Fire Stick? Hell yeah. Everybody got to follow the wave, man. Max B home. Shout out to Max B. Shout out to Max B. All I need is one night. I went deaf on him. Shout out to Max B being home. Shout out French Montana doing what they doing. But the Xbox ROG Ally runs an emulated BLOODBORN faster than the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 on back compat. Looks absolutely insane. Well, let me see. Let me cush that quiet, man. Cush that quiet. Look at him playing it. Look at him playing it. Look at him. Y'all can't even get a BLOODBORN to save your damn life. But we out here with that. Your boo, what it do, man? What it do, man? That's the Wave Guard. Y'all know Max is home, baby. Max is home. Max is home, baby. Wave is back. Feel good. That looked good. You know what it looked like? It looked like I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go get that. You know what? I need to have that in my life. Even though I got Bloodborne, even though I don't know why Sony keeps ishing on y'all all the time, I need to go get Bloodborne for myself, and I need to play it at the faster frame rate on my Xbox Series, my Xbox ROG X. Yeah. That's what I need to do. I need to do that because I feel it's better. I feel it's better that way. Everything plays better on X, and I think we need to do it like that. That's what it needs to be done. Because you thought that you was gonna run up on my show, and I don't have something to back you down. I'll back you, boy. I'll back you down. Since you want to have Game Pass all up in your mouth, since you want to talk about Game Pass, keep my Game Pass out your mouth. Keep my Game Pass out your mouth. Yeah, these are the games that's available for Game Pass. Since you want to be out here worrying about what we doing over on Xbox, since Xbox is so dead and they got a show coming up next week, since Xbox is so over and Xbox got a show coming on next week that you looking forward to. You looking forward to it. Your heart is looking forward to it. Your heart is bleeding for it. I told you I was going to rag you. You want to play around. You ain't want to do what I said. You ain't want to answer my questions. Now I got to rag your ass. Now I got to rag you. Game Pass. Coming soon to Xbox and Game Pass. Feeling good? Yes. See, now listen, I already had Star Wars Outlaws. I already had it. But Game Pass allows other people that didn't have it to go get it. And it's in such a great state right now. Oh, I got to tell y'all a little couple of secrets. Go in there and put the aiming on and also that little the little character, the little furry character. Go and put that to automatic grab. So you're not doing like playing a game every time he goes to pick up something from somebody that you got to hit the LB. He just automatically goes over there and snatches it. Do that. Makes life a whole lot easier. But the game looks way better. Also, put your field of view at max so you can see the whole board when you're playing, when you can see the whole map. It's really good. All right, so Brews and Bastards is up. Sounds like a game Shatterstar is playing. Like you in the house drinking brews. Yo, all right. So Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition. If y'all got a chance to see Iron Lord's podcast, and we was doing Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2, that interview is up there. But Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition, go check that out. If you like those type of games, it's cool. I like those games. I like the fact that they're creepy. They look like little Tim Burton shows. Adamfall launched inside Game Pass. I guess it came out and went back in. Lost in Random, The Eternal Die, Rematch is actually fun. I ain't gonna hold you. AKW with the £2 super chat. I'm a Game Pass baby. Facts. Warhammer 40K Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition. All right. Final Fantasy. Now, this is I didn't know that they was gonna take like singular games and release them inside Game Pass. I don't know. I thought it was part of the bundle, but I don't know. Go check that out, right? Also, Star Wars Outlaws, that released on January 13th. I highly recommend the game if you're a Star Wars fan, if you are looking for that single player story-driven narrative game that PlayStation dudes love so much. If you haven't migrated over to PC, and even if you did, you can still do it anyway. Or if you haven't left to go to PlayStation and you have Game Pass, well, free. Go get that. Top tier game. I'm not even going to hold you. When it launched, it was kind of a little rough. Top tier game. I'm not even going to hold you. Also, that thing was supposed to have like ray tracing and all this other stuff in it, but I guess I had a problem with the Series S. It was on the Series S. It was supposed to have ray tracing and all that other stuff. I don't know. I guess the RAM kind of held it back. Oh no, God forbid. God forbid you want cheese on that burger that you purchased. You purchase a burger, B. You ain't purchase a cheeseburger. You want to purchase a cheeseburger? Go upgrade your cash, B. Let me see where he at. He dipped away. He ran away. Why are you worrying about what other people buy, B? Stop worrying about other people's wallet. Stop. You know what? Worry about why Japan ain't buying no PlayStations and Nintendo beating the shit out of them. Worry about that. My Little Pony. Hey, Shatterstar. They got a game for you. My Little Pony. Zephyr Heights Mystery. That's what's up. I'm waiting for the 20th so I can play Resident Evil Village. Now, get this out. Get this. I purchased, I guess we had a weekend or something like that where Resident Evil was inside Xbox or something, and I purchased the DLC. Tell me why I got the damn DLC. And I thought I had the game. I went looking for it. Didn't have it. So I'm going to wait till after it drops in Game Pass. Then I'm going to buy the game and get the 10% off. You understand? That's what happens when you got Game Pass. You get 10% off. And I'm going to get the 10% off, but I'm waiting for it to drop inside Game Pass because I do want to play this before I play Requiem. Because I beat 7. I didn't play Village. So I got to beat Village before I can get to Requiem. All right. Oh, this one right here, Mayo, Memories in Orbit. This is the game I really I'm interested in. I'm really interested in. Oh, I can install it right now. Wow. That's crazy. I can install it right now. Hmm. Hmm. It's available for me to install. Let me see something. Oh, they only got it for buy right now. I gotta wait. But that one I'm able to install right now. That's strange. Must be out for the PC already. Legendary Yobi, what's good? Let's go. I haven't played Outlaws yet, mainly because I don't know if I can get into a Star Wars game without a Jedi play. It's different. It's different. If you ever cared about how scoundrels play, selling of spice and stuff like that, the outlaw way, the smuggler's way, then which is heavy in Star Wars, I suggest you give it a try. Me personally, I always cared about that stuff, so it's just part of Star Wars for me. So that's why. And that's why I care about it. So I do want to talk about. We got a couple of stuff that we need to talk about. The games that are coming out. Do I really want to talk about those games that's coming out? Because you know the main games that are coming out. I mean, we do have Escape from Ever After that is like a Paper Mario clone, which is really good. It really looks really good. I'm thinking about that. If you into that game like the Descenders, Mavericks is about to drop. I actually put that in yesterday's video. Oh, I know I talked about Project Lana. I got a whole bigger thing for Project Lana, so I held back that information that I was putting out. So I have a whole bigger video that I'm going to put out on Monday or tomorrow. I'll probably put it out for tomorrow. I'll probably record it today and put it out tomorrow. I already have that segment recorded. So when you look at the video, you're going to be like, oh shit, he have different clothes on. Yeah, because I recorded it already. I recorded the whole segment. I did everything. And then some information came my way and I was like, oh, I got to add that information because that's pertinent to the whole story. So a lot of times I'm not just like one of those people that just put it out and be like, oh, I'll update it later. No, I just take it out if it's not complete and I'll just put it again later. This week coming out on the 21st, you have, and that's on my son's birthday. Well, my son's birthday is on the 20th, so he's probably going to ask for it. You have the limited edition early purchase of Final Fantasy Remake. That's available for you. And 2X KO. That's on the 20th. 2XKO is that fighting game that is really cool. I like the fighting game. Let me show you this. I like the fighting game itself. It looks good to me. This is the trailer of it. Boom.
Ready! Let's go!
This is a welcome addition to Fight Night Friday. Bend or break! I'm super
Nice. Go, go, go.
Okay.
I saw you see that.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Nice.
Wow.
There we go, Lily.
Oh, they got Jibby?
That is doing so much damage to both characters, and it's going to continue.
Wait, hang on.
Oh my god. I think that's 2x KO. I think that might be 2x KO. Oh! 2x KO! Sonic! Oh, what the hell was that?
Up already, bro.
That's it!
나한테 말아.
Danke! Das ist mega!
Oh, we got it, we got it, we got it. You just do it.
Booger, give me the good news, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
Sick.
Oh, man.
Animation looks sick, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. That don't look real good. I'm into that. That's I'm into that. So yeah, probably Tuesday. Well, not probably Tuesday. More definitely, I'm gonna pick that up on Tuesday this week, so we can get into that. Do want to talk about that. I think this makes us the largest sense. We'll save that for the last. All right, so apparently the Netflix CEO makes major concessions in the battle for Warner Brothers. We know right now that the government stepped in and tried to force this Netflix Paramount thing. But Ted insists his company doesn't hate the theater business. Now, we know for a fact, and I know, that Netflix wants to kill Hollywood. Let's be real. I mean, if it's a business, then the business is for them to be the largest entertainment entity in the world. Yes, get that Hollywood money, get all the money. King, did you play Towerborn? Yeah. I played it on the show. Actually, I had early access to it. Shout out to Microsoft for having me have early access to Towerborn. And we were playing Towerborn. I also played that with Cerebral Paul, and a couple of other people, and it was fantastic. I like Towerborn. I like the fact that now that you can play it offline, that it doesn't have to be like an online game. You can actually just play it, jump in with your friends, go do it. It reminds me of a couple of other games that I did have. So it's definitely a dope game. So in response to the pushback to the public, the industry players regarding let's get into this. Regarding Netflix agreement to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, Ted said that the company, CEO, said the company will keep movies in theaters for 45 days if the deal closes, maintaining the theatrical window demanded by movie theater owners last year. We will run the business largely like it is today, with a 45-day window. I'm giving you a hard number. If we're going to be in the theatrical business, we are. We are competitive people. We want to win, he said in an interview with the New York Times. I want to win the opening weekend. I want to win box office, he said. Previous reports indicated that Netflix might look to shorten or even eliminate theatrical windows, further undermining the movie theater business at a time when box office draws are largely struggling. I told y'all before that was the bigger problem facing the whole Netflix Warner Brother thing. And this thing pops up and dudes act like I did this for console warring purposes. I did not do this for console warring purposes. I did not tell Sony to go sell any portion of their digital distribution over to Netflix. I did not tell Sony, yo, Sony, this will help me in an argument and a fight with ponies about how PlayStation, if the dominoes fall that way, they could be purchased by Netflix. Even though I said years ago, and to this day, if y'all go and watch Mr. Boomstick Excel, I said that the player that will purchase Sony would be Netflix. And dudes is like, well, I would think it would be Amazon and all this other stuff. I said Netflix made the most sense. Netflix makes the logical sense because the deal that they had in place with certain distribution stuff. Now, this affects Disney. I'm a huge Marvel head. If you don't know, the reason why I'm attached to this conversation is because through Disney Plus, I get a chance to see my Spider-Man and all that stuff. Through their partnership with Disney, Spider-Man is allowed to be in the movies. If Netflix was to interfere with that, that will inadvertently hurt my connection with Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe. I don't want that. We have Doomsday launching this year inside movie theaters, and Spider-Man plays a large part in that. I do love Tobey Maguire. I do love all the Spider-Man who's ever been. I mean, from the TV show Spider-Man to everything that has anything to do with Spider-Man. So when Spider-Man is involved, and I don't give a damn if Sony didn't have the licensee. If it was Spider-Man involved, I'm worrying about Spider-Man. So Netflix, by proxy, my intention is not to hurt your feelings as a PlayStation guy, even though I know that you're a sensitive incel. I'm not talking about that, right? What I'm talking about is what ramifications this has in the industry. If now it's worldwide. See, the deal that they had was $2 billion before. I didn't know, and this was my ignorance. I thought their deal was with Disney. I didn't know that they had a separate deal with Netflix until I started noticing some of the stuff that they were doing with Netflix. Now, if you're talking about the anime, the Demon Hunter, K-pop Demon Hunter, that and Demon Slayer, those movies, those animes, I thought it was only because how Netflix is really controlling anime. I'm watching Dandadan now, right? So if you know anything about me, you know I love anime. So I'm watching Dandadan now, and you know, Dip Down was telling me, why don't I record Dandadan and put it up for Patreon? Now, I like to have certain things. I mean, everything is not for public consumption, okay? So I don't need to do a video or record my reaction to Dan, and I'm really loving it. So that's for me. But knowing this, now I'm seeing this, right? So Netflix currently pay one rights, the industry term for post-theatrical and on-demand window in the United States, Germany, and across Southeast Asia. The new arrangement won't come to full effect until early 2029. But it'll start later in 2026 as individual territory rights become available. So as the territory rights come available, see, all territories will be in full by 2029. But until then, every territory where the rights expire, Netflix acquires those rights, right? So picture it like Pac-Man, and Netflix is Pac-Man. It's going to be gobbling up the rights all the way up to 2029 when all the rights go over to them. But it'll start later in 2026, territories available. As part of the pack, Netflix will also license rights to selected SPE feature film and television libraries. So they will license rights as they see fit to other providers, right? The financial terms of the agreement are not being disclosed, but by all appearances, it's the largest ever pay one deal, Netflix and Sony. Sony and Netflix initial 5-year deal for domestic rights was worth $2.5 billion. That is out the window. All right, so Sony Pictures Television VP of Global Distribution Paul Litterman praised the studio's partnership with Netflix as one that's of incredible value. Uncharted, Spider-Man, Across the Spideyverse, It Ends With Us, and Anyone But You are some of the recent Sony films that got a boost in attention after dropping on Netflix. As for upcoming releases, Sony has Spider-Man Brand New Day sequels to the Social Network. Brand New Day, sequels to the Social Network, and Jumanji. Spider-Man Beyond the Spideyverse, which we haven't gotten, and has been held up because they were looking for a new deal. So don't be surprised that that movie isn't greenlit now that the new deal is in place. And Sam Mendes Quartered, the Beatles film, are on the calendar for 2026 and beyond. You see? They held that movie up that was supposed to be out a year and a half ago. But that Spideyverse movie now is going to make its way into once the deal is. Netflix, the world's largest streaming service, might get even bigger with the tech behemoth currently has an agreement with Warner Brothers Discovery worth $82.7 billion to acquire Warner Brothers. Now, they're acquiring them all outright with HBO Max, and the games division. Meanwhile, Paramount Skydance has launched a hostile takeover bid. That's not going to work. That's absolutely not going to work. But in saying what I'm saying is this. Think about it. If they're able to take $82.7 billion to purchase Warner Brothers in its entirety, what do you think they would stop at when it comes to Sony? They still purchased the gaming division. And you would say to yourself, well, why does Netflix even need a gaming division? It's because they still want to pursue gaming. They understand that gaming is a large medium. Us as gamers, we bring the money, right? You see PlayStation dudes that's inside the chat talking about how willing they're willing to pay for games. Great, right? Netflix will make sure that you own absolutely nothing, because I'm telling you now, no limited run, none of that bullshit, that won't happen. There will immediately, if they were ever to acquire Sony in whole, in its entirety, and don't say that's a far-fetched idea, because it's not far-fetched. The future is not set in stone, and that's stuff that can actually happen, because money talks, bullshit walks. Your feelings absolutely does not matter. So don't tell me about your feelings of how you're trying to protect some type of billion-dollar corporation where there is another billion, if not trillion-dollar corporation stepping up and willing to pay that money to acquire said asset and make it, listen, they'll leave it hands off just to have the rights to everything that runs out the building. But the first thing that will absolutely go is absolutely, you know for a damn fact, absolutely physical will go straight out the window. It will be done. Hashtag no PlayStation 6, legendary Intel with the $2 super chat. Listen, I told you by hook or crook, I don't believe that console will ever hit the streets based upon, not saying that it's not in development, not saying that it's not in research, not saying that they don't have plans. Based upon how the industry is going right now, I know once a margin is hit, it never goes back. It has never. I know once I started paying more than $2 for gas, it never went back. I had hopes for it to go back, but I knew greed will never make it go back. It will only push it forward, regardless to what. So the more limited resources we do have, the more that we mine this planet, the more that we destroy this planet just to gain resources. And don't think consumable resources is not coming back to bite you in the butt. Well, that silicon is consumable resources, and it's going to go up in price. I'm talking about the RAM. I'm talking about the reason why consoles is becoming out of reach. Remember, you said that nobody was going to pay $1,000 for a handheld. Well, think about it this way. If that handheld is $1,000, buddy, what do you think a PlayStation 6 will cost? And do you think that Sony's in a position, if their lifeblood is console sales, where their lifeblood should actually be their IPs? But that's letting you know, because when Hiroki Totoki comes out and tells you that they don't have the IPs to compete, and you guys actually think they have IPs that can actually compete, I want you to really think about it this way. When the CEO comes out and say they don't have IPs to compete, and the reason why they dropping $1 game per year, 1 to 2 games per year, is based upon their inability to make that happen. Understand, I know what it means. Not saying that Xbox is in this greater position. They're in a greater position when it comes to the IP wars based upon purchasing ZeniMax and based upon purchasing ABK. It's the reason why they went out to fortify themselves in an area that makes sense for them. If you're not going to look at the forest for what it is and see the trees, if you're not going to look at it and you want to stay delusional, you want to stay, and I don't call men delusional, if you want to stay stupid and ignorant, all right, I'm not going to use that word. If you want to say stupid and ignorant and continue to say, oh, there's no world where Sony does that, then you also said there was no world where they can go completely digital. You also said there was no world where they would do this and do that, and they've been doing it. They've been doing everything that you said they wouldn't do. All right, I'm not in the business of protecting corporations. I'm not in the business of caring exactly what they do. As a consumer, I want it all. I want everything. And whoever's going to get it to me, I want it as fast as possible. But when I bring you information based upon logic and information that is put in the industry, take it. If you don't, you can stay ignorant as much as you want. It's okay. It's your God-given right to be as stupid as you want to be. I'm not there to make sure that, you stay stupid. I'm there to help you bring the information. They always kill the messenger based upon the fact that they wanted to stay ignorant. But the fact that you want to be so ignorant, I want to talk about how ignorant people were. I want to talk about this right here because you ignorant dudes told me that nobody wanted Xbox games. Holy shit! You told me that nobody wanted Xbox games, especially you PlayStation dudes. You did not want Xbox games. Well, 5 million of you you wanted it. 5 million of you wanted it. 5 million of you wanted it. And a lot of you guys brought it early. You don't remember? You don't remember? Y'all paid early access for a game that was out already. That's the level of ignorance that I'm talking about. That's the level of stupidity that I'm talking about. That's the level of how stupid can you be. The ignorance and foolishness that you display is so ridiculous that you would pay extra for a game that's out only to just bypass because you don't want to play on a console that you claim that you don't like. Do you know how stupid you sound? Where you could have brought an Xbox and have Game Pass and played the game that was out years ago? That's stupid as shit. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. And it's 5 million of you dummies out in the world. It's 5 million. And don't tell me you standing on business because I don't ever want to have an Xbox. I don't. I'd rather buy they. Do you know how ignorant that sounds? The level of ignorance that is exuded from a lot of you guys that I see in the chat and a lot of you guys that hit on Twitter to actually reach out and y'all think y'all be having a moment. When 5 million copies sell, those are copies. That's 5 million because you got to buy it over there. That's 5 million. That's not 10 million, 20 million has played the game. No, you purchase to the tune of over 300 million. Definitely Microsoft is in your wallet. They're back. They're coming back for more. They're coming back to eat in your wallet. Why not? You a simp. You're the highest level of simp that I've ever seen. PlayStation dudes is the wildest simps that I've ever seen. And I'm not even going to hold you to it. I mean, and I'm not talking about you guys that actually just like your PlayStation. I'm not talking about you guys, man. Don't ever get it confused. A lot of times when I'm talking about the ignorant few who say to themselves that that they're not gamers, right? They're not gamers. When they say, I won't ever purchase a console based upon some fake ass allegiance that they have. I don't ever believe that. Oh, cool Papa, member for 6 months, Soldier S rank. I salute you, Soldier. Hey yo, let them know, son. Talk that ish for real. Facts. I just want to tell you, as a gamer, I know right now in this economic times, it's rough to have multiple ecosystems that you support. I get it. I understand. Financially, if you ever would have led with that, yo, King, yo, financially, I just can't have multiple ecosystems. Instead of trying to come out with your ego. You come out with your ego, and your ego allows you to lead with ignorance, right? You come out with this ego, and you say nobody wants an Xbox. Or just say you can't afford multiple ecosystems. Let's say that you envy somebody that can actually go out and purchase multiple consoles. Let's say they launched in the same week and you had to make a choice financially, and you went with what your friends was going with, or you went with what you did after you did your research. Let's just say that. Let's not try to shame someone for having a different choice than you. Like, I'm not shaming you for having a different choice. I'm shaming you for leading with your ignorance, attacking me on Twitter, attacking me in the comments, attacking in any form or fashion anybody that's in here that happens to have a console other than yours, based off of economic reasons. Because let me tell you something, as a gamer, we want everything at all times. I'm not going to lie to you. That level of addiction when it comes to this video game thing, don't bullshit me, man. Don't lie to me, all right? Don't lie to me. Tell the truth. Financially, because it's a large undertaking when you go and purchase these consoles now. This is not back in the days. You don't purchase a console and just go buy a game. This is different. Now you got to purchase a console. You got to buy their online subscription. You got to be invested into this stuff, right? And it happens that way. And I understand that, listen, for a large part of the time, my Switch 2 doesn't get played, or my PlayStation doesn't get played. A lot of times that happens based upon where I play. But the fact of the matter is, I am a gamer, right? And I understand long before this hobby got as expensive as it did. And it was always expensive for me because I always funded my own fun. I had to invest. I knew that, right? So when lines started being drawn, it was cute. It was nice. It was cute. It was fun. It's cute to talk to people and be like, "Hi, your console did do this." And it was based off of stupidity, but it was fun. When Street Fighter on Genesis sounded crunchy, like it was, oh, you can, sounded like that, while Nintendo Jones sounded, oh, you can, but they look smaller. And it was like things. We had fun with the differences, but we all shared in. Now it turned into ignorance to the point where I'm not going to purchase that, but the game launches on your console and you purchase? Yeah, got your bitch, King. I'm sticking it to you now. How? You're just showing me the level of ignorance that you have, that you could have had that game years ago. If you was looking at it, why look at it through envy eyes? Why be envious of something that we've had for years, that we've forgot about, that Microsoft said they can make money off of you guys? Because you know what they told me over at Microsoft? And I'm going to tell you. You know what they told me? They don't believe nothing that you guys say. Nothing. If you think that the stuff that y'all be tweeting, that y'all believe, that y'all say like Xbox is dead and nobody cares about your Xbox, and yo, those ruthless, cold-blooded dudes don't give a damn about what you say, because they know that they could squeeze 300 million out of your pockets, and you're part of the 300 million. If you in my chat going at any Xbox dude and you purchase Forza, you're part of that 300 million. And I don't give a damn if you purchased it on sale. I don't give a, I don't. You're part of that 300 million that said that nobody wanted it, and 5 million of you dudes did. When Ghost of Yode had to struggle to get to 5 million, your first party title, where Astrobot never got there, where tons of first party studio games are struggling to get to 5 million, Forza goes over to your platform and dusts you. That leads me to this one. What the fuck are y'all gonna do now? Are y'all gonna pay for it? Are y'all gonna pay like you weigh? Fable reportedly set to simultaneously release on Xbox and Sony PlayStation at launch. The upcoming Fable from Playground Games has reportedly been targeted for PlayStation 5 for a while. Do you think that makes me sad? Do you think that bothers me? when y'all went out and brought $5 million. So what you think y'all gonna do now? What y'all, because it's coming to Game Pass, day and date. And if we want to get it early, we'll pay for it early. We'll pay the little $30. But you're going to pay that $70. You're going to pay it. My question is, Guy, how long are you going to be ignorant? How long are you going to be ignorant? Is ignorant going to be your state in life? Is ignorant going to be your permanent state in life, or are you going to evolve at some point in time? Is evolution going to jump in, or are you going to upgrade? Or financially, are you going to make it to a point where you upgrade? Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen financially at some point in time? Are you going to start taking this hobby seriously? Because you take Twitter as serious as possible. You take jumping in people's chats as serious as possible. You dudes go to Xbox channels just to try to act like y'all pulling a fast one when y'all are pulling out your wallet. We have a developer direct dropping this week on the 22nd. Thursday, Iron Lords podcast. We will be doing it. We will be watching it. We will be live reacting to it. Where it will be 2 games talked about. There will be Forza Horizon 6, and we know how much you love Forza over on PlayStation. And there will be Fable. And it will be The Beast of Reincarnation, and there's another title. If you looked at one of my videos, if you looked in the description, it's talked about in there. But figure it out. Figure it out. See if you can find it. I put those descriptions together purposely. If you're going to read the description to find out. I leave breadcrumbs. But the direct this week is having 2 games that we know that y'all are intimately inclined to purchase. Now, we do have information that Forza Street Date might have leaked Forza Horizon 6. Now, we know that is very pertinent information because as Xbox dudes, we like to schedule our gaming around when the games come out because we have Game Pass. We have so much stuff to play, and the stuff that we purchase is so much stuff to do that we have to schedule our gaming sessions, right? It's like scheduling your damn vacation just to play a game. But they're talking about that Forza Horizon 6 will have a release date of May 19th, but you can get the early expansion, early access joint for May 15th. And this is the screen grab of this. Now, I don't know how real this is. I don't know if anybody's encountered this in Forza Horizon 5. If you got the pop-up and it happened, cool. If you didn't get the pop-up and you didn't see this, then it's whatever. But they're talking about the Ferrari J50 is going to be exclusive as the exclusive car in this, the front and center vehicle. For Forza to have Ferrari, that license costs a lot. So I want to know how they're sponsoring it, how they're working around it. I remember when it wasn't a Bugatti. What was it? What was that car? I don't know. I remember when Aaron asked me if when I had one, and he was like, did I want to take a ride in the car? First of all, I don't like no men driving me around. Second, I was like, nah, I had the Corvette, the newest Corvette Stingray that year, and I was just like, nah, I'm cool. And he was like, well, I asked you, what are you driving? I was like, I forgot what year it was, but I was like, the Corvette Stingray. And it was outside. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah. So, nah, I definitely didn't need to do that. Now, I know today we were supposed to do this. Yeah. We're supposed to do this. I'm going to save that for one more week until the members, because we lost, I think it was like 5 to 6 members. When the members go up a little bit more, we're going to do that. But it's not even for that. We have over 160 members. I'm thinking it's going to be 100 of you guys. There's 100 ping pong balls in there. right? So I said if 50 dudes don't show up, because a lot of you guys like to watch the videos later. None of you guys really show up for Saturday. And there's a lot of you guys in there that show up for Saturdays. And I wanted 100 of you guys. I wanted y'all all to be able to pick a number, one number. Then when I roll it, no matter what numbers I pick out, somebody wins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop that thing down to, because it's like no more than 25 on a live show that it's members. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop it down to 25 or 40. And then I'm going to have you pick your numbers. And that way, so I got to go through that one by one and take out all the high numbers until there's like 40 in there, and you guys can actually pick a number. So next Saturday we're definitely going to do that. We're going to do that 100%. Oh wow, legendary Yobi member. Wow, angry. Wow, man, I salute you guys, man. Legendary Yobi, angry therapist, 10 frontline memberships. 5 frontline memberships. All you guys are in. Wow, man. So everybody's back, but I need you dudes and everybody that's here. All right, listen. D-Town Gaming, Triple, Van Drake, Sebastian, the movie, Brothers Grimm, everybody's Will Mickey, Stifflot, King's Web. All you dudes, listen, all you dudes, I want you dudes to make sure that you show up next Saturday. We're going to lead the show off with it because it takes a minute. But I have a bunch of new coins that are coming in. Shout out to Ben Kenobi. If anybody knows Ben Kenobi that's inside our community, he's a fantastic dude. Ben Kenobi makes these coins and he, gives them to us so we can give them out. I give them out. I give them away, right? But I have a ton more merch. I got more merch and I got food. I'm trying to feed you guys. I don't have no extra movies, but I do got to go to my source and see if we can get some extra movies. We can get some extra movies. I'm going to throw an extra movie in there. I also had a joke movie. I found out who got the joke movie last time, which was funny. It was Legendary Intel who got the joke movie. The funny thing about that, the joke movie was in Adele in concert. And he got it, but it was the last package I had. He was the last one to get in contact with me, and I didn't know because I randomly put it together, and he got it. And I thought it went out earlier, but it didn't. He was the last one to get it. But I do have stuff that I do want y'all to have. Do I have anything special to show? Okay, so I do want this out to somebody. This is from PM Studios. It's a 3D puzzle, right? A wooden 3D puzzle, Sandrock Workshop. The package that I'm going to send to y'all, to whoever gets this, is going to be in a box. Somebody is going to get this, and this is straight from Japan, okay? That's straight from Japan. You're going to get it, and it's dope. I get these things and I just want to share gaming with more people, and I want your displays in your background. I want somebody to step into your gaming area and be like, wow, where do you get that from? Who would you get that from? Oh, what's going on? P Love, $2 super chat. Stop the madness. Play my damn theme song. P Love. That's my dude. I'm going to get on to his show. I want y'all to get over to P Lump, like, follow, and subscribe. Get over there. But I want y'all to understand this. Gaming is for all of us. When I see people bickering in the chat talking about, did I see the number on the Corvette ZRX one? No, send it to me live. Send it to me. I didn't. What do you mean number? Price? Nah, I didn't see it. And my joints was rentals. Oh, don't ever get it twisted. I'm not foolish enough to go buy a sports car. That's a lie. I did buy the Camaro when it first came out, but I leased that, and I returned that lease back. But I'm a suburban guy. Well, actually, I'm a Lincoln guy right now, getting a Cadillac. But I'm not that kind of guy. But yeah, that sports car, nah, I'm not trying to keep up the maintenance on a sports car. That's kind of ridiculous, especially right now. Especially when you buying premium gas and get premium gas is a killer. But listen, guys, as gamers, we need to stop this, like going at each other seriously. If you can't afford something, it's okay to be broke. I grew up poor. I didn't even know. Me and Attic was talking about it. Like, I grew up poor, didn't know that I was on welfare, and I was because I had food stamps. Didn't know it. I didn't know. My mom did such a great job. I got to give a shout out to my mom. She did such a great job because I never once went hungry. I never went without clothes. I never went without heat and a bed. I just never went without. And she did that by herself. Okay. And yeah, I had to buy my own games and stuff like that. And it's okay in being an adult and understanding how hard it is in this life. But when you guys don't realize, when you're trying to shame somebody for making a choice into a console, and they made a choice based upon their friends, they made a choice based upon what they like. I mean, it's good to talk shit to each other back and forth and have fun, but then when y'all get malicious and you start to believe the condescending crap that you say, then that's the level of ignorance that I'm seeing on display. When you could just say financially, you can't have multiple ecosystems. When you tell me that you have a powerful PC, well, then you have an Xbox because it runs off of Windows, and Windows is Microsoft, and Microsoft is Xbox. And understand them making that shift over to that. You already owned Xbox a long time ago. Just get a controller and just plug in and play. Get to that part. Get to the part where ignorance is not on display and you're not showing your ignorance by your level of disrespect that you have that's inside the chat. That's a fellow gamer. I grew up where we were hunted like mutants, bro. I grew up in that era where the jocks and the bullies will hunt gamers and nerds. I just happen to be bigger than most, stronger than most, and I had to defend. So I'm like Colossus defending my other friends, my gamers, my family. So when I go to conventions and I see people dressing up and they having the level of, that's why I post that stuff, because when I see your conviction in your gaming and your loving in your gaming, and you got a game that you love so much, and just to be disrespectful to somebody else that's walking around with the same passion that you have shows me that you have flaws built within yourself that is hurtful. And they say hurt people hurt others. They say that, man. They say that, and that's true. And the only reason why I asked you, Shatterstar 187, the only reason why I asked you, how old are you and where you from, because you said Mad Dog 2020 and you was talking about Sanford and Son. I love Sanford and Son growing up, and at an ignorant time in my life, we and my peoples drank Mad Dog 2020 because it was the cheapest liquor that we was able to find. It wasn't even liquor. That should get you blackout drunk. But it was part of my childhood, and it was funny. And I was like, damn, he doesn't know if he's talking about that. He's part of childhood that I grew up with. And I said, there's absolutely zero way that he's a YN. Absolutely zero way. Mad Dog 2020 coming out your mouth, this only have to be a young person. I mean, an older person, not a young person. And I see how hard that you go for PlayStation. Bro, it was a time that I had PlayStation and I was a #1 PlayStation fan. It was a time. It was a time. That was a before Xbox time. It was also a time when I was a Sega fan and TurboGrafx to the death. I'm still TurboGrafx to the death of me. You turn on the TurboGrafx, I'll sit there and play for hours. I love TurboGrafx more than anything. I wish TurboGrafx beat everybody. But that's not how the industry goes, and that's not how everything goes. But you have to be kinder to one another. You have to be more respectful and start to lead with your flaws opposed to lead with your ignorance, because that makes you humble and that brings you to a group that actually can understand you. Because if you jumped in the chat and be like, yo, I'm looking forward to the direct too. I'm looking forward to that direct because we know that you are. But I'm looking forward to what I'm going to play, not what I'm going to pay. And I try to limit as much that I got to pay for as possible by being in multiple ecosystems that I pay for up front in hopes that good games come out. But if it's your first time finding the channel, please like, follow, subscribe. Hit that notification bell because I go and drop videos daily. Now, this is not a podcast. This is a show. I'm an entertainer. I drop shows. I'm not on no podcast. Podcast is for gossiping. I bring you factual news and videos. And I got the best intro in the game. So what I'm going to tell you to do is what I always do, what I try to do. What I'm going to do today is I want you to go where game is game and win is win. And try to play the Game Pass. Oh, Bella, you know as the theme song's about to go up.
What's a man or a king? To the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? To the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Said what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? That's what you wanted.